All right, let's get started. I don't know who we've got on the phone. Looks like a 320 number and a 507.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. This is Dana. I'm on my bike.
Perfect. Oh, nice. Multitasking.
Yeah, I'm almost home. I'm trying to get there before my phone dies.
Oh my gosh. Well, good for you for hopping on. I'll record it. So if it cuts out, just know that it'll be there for after you get off.
Okay.
And who do we have on the 507 number? Maybe they're not on.
Maybe it's my husband. No, I'm kidding. He's a 507.
Oh, maybe it is.
No.
I don't know. Who knows? All right. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I realize it's been a few months since we've had a team call. Life is crazy for everybody, and Sunday nights weren't really working out. So we are going to try out Tuesday nights. And I know some of you guys have your own teams that have calls on Tuesday nights. So we're for sure going to make the Fit Forward calls on Monday nights mandatory. And then the Tuesday night calls, there'll be some speakers. I'll be doing some, and then some will just be open Q&As. Hop on if you can. Just more low-key kind of brainstorming session. So Tuesday night at 8 is going to be the time from here on out. If things change, I'll let you know, but just plan on that, and it'll always be at the same Zoom number. If you guys don't think Zooms are the way to go and you'd rather do a different format like Google Hangout or just an online webinar where you don't have to log in with your phone, let me know. Feedback and what works for you guys or what you guys want to see is always what I want to hear. But tonight I am freaking excited to have Shauna on our call because she has been a coach for less than a year. She's going on just a little over 11 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're 1 year in June.
Coming up here.
She is a diamond coach, and she is somebody, if you guys don't follow her, you need to, because of everybody in Fit Olive, including myself and so many people in Fit Forward. She is one of those people that you hop onto their Facebook page and their social media, and in 5 seconds flat, you see what she's about, you see who she is, you automatically love her and connect with her, and you just feel energized by her because her posts and her social media is her to a T. And I've never met her in person, but I feel like I don't need to, and I want to. I can't wait to squeeze you at Summit, but she is somebody that has their self on social media the way they want to be represented and the way they want their team to be represented. So I wanted her on this call tonight just to kind of share with you guys a little bit about that, about who she is, how she runs her social media and brands herself, and I kind of just gave her free reins with whatever she wants to talk about tonight. Hopefully you guys have some good takeaways, and I'm freaking excited for her to talk. So,
oh my gosh, thank you.
These next 40 minutes are all yours.
Okay, all right, and feel free, like, if I tend to kind of riff on a lot of stuff, so you guys, if at any time, I'm going to open it up so I can see all your faces. If you have a question, you need me to stop, just please let me know. Okay, so thank you so much, Laura. That was so sweet. And I'm not going to lie, I have been a little nervous to do this call because I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I really going to talk about? And I want to really bring value to everyone in the group so that you can kind of walk away with a little nugget of inspiration for yourself that you can start applying within your business and that sort of thing. So I do have everything on paper. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so just 1 minute overview of who I am. I got married this last October to my amazing, incredible husband, Drew. He is a full-time worker, but a part-time musician. So our weekends are filled to the brim of concerts and music, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He's just seriously incredible. I'm a cat mom, a yogi at heart, a free thinker, dreamer, motivator, and I absolutely love with mad passion helping other people discover their hidden talents and their treasures is what I like to say. And what I mean by that is just within like my coaching community is figuring out your real hidden things that you can bring forward within your page. And we just had training on this last week, and I'll totally tell you guys all about it. How did I get here? Jessica and I have been friends since college, and I was stalking her Facebook page last summer, and I had hit this nasty plateau right before my wedding, ordered a dress way too small for me, And I was like, I need to drop this weight. And she kept talking about the successes of the 21-day fix. And without going into way too much detail on that, I came onto the team. And during this time, Jess had just been getting back from Summit. And she was talking about this amazing time that she had in Summit and these girl boss moments and these weekend away with her best friends, and then this ability to really be this entrepreneur and run a business from home. And I was like, oh my God, whatever you have, like, tell me all about it. So I was full in from that moment with Jess, and it has been incredible ever since. I don't know about you guys, but my biggest thing outside of college, literally it was like 3 weeks after I graduated college, I was in my first job doing the 9-to-5 grind. I was a marketing coordinator, and it was the third week. And I remember sitting at my desk and thinking, is this it? Is this it? Like, is this what you live and die and do the rest of your life? Because I don't want to sign up for this. And I thought at that time that I needed to find a different job. Since then, I've been in 3 different positions. It's always been marketing. It's always been event related, that sort of thing. And from the outside looking in, I get to do cool things. I get to work with HGTV celebrities and sell booths at the Home and Garden Show. But you guys, it's not me. That's not me at all. And I don't know if any of you feel this way too with what you're doing, and you're doing the 9-to-5 and you're commuting into work and you're sitting in a cube, and it's just like, it doesn't feel right, you know? Okay, so maybe I'm going off too much of a tangent on myself, but that was like my light bulb moment with Jess, and when she was talking about Summit and this girl bossing, and I just literally was like, whatever you got, tell me all about it, because I was so, so, so excited. So that's how I jumped in. Big thing is that, and I want to kind of walk you guys through a day in the life of, and how I sort of get inspired to do posts, because as we know, it can get kind of mucky sometimes, you know, if you're constantly looking at other coaches and you're trying to emulate, but you're not quite sure who you are in all of it, but you want to figure it out. This is what has worked for me in all of this. My transition from this full-time kind of girl doing the 9-to-5 to this beach body side. So take with it what you will. I podcast every morning. My mornings I leave the house. Before I leave the house, I spend my time with my husband. We'll have breakfast. The moment that I hit my car, I have a podcast ready to go. And that's non-negotiable for me, because here's the thing. I'm going into the 9-to-5 job, and I know that I'm going to be there, and I have to do it right now. Like so many of us, we have to do this right now, but you keep the bigger picture on the side, and you keep going towards it every day, little inching closer to the big picture. And for me, that's listening to a really good podcast. Right now, I'm listening to Extraordinary. She's the gal who created Stella and Dot, and it's super good. If you haven't listened to it, it's really, really good. So I do that on my way into work, and I literally, like, I'm a music fan, but since I started doing podcasting, I walk through the door like, hallelujah, I'm here, and I'm only going to be here till 5, and then I'm back in my car and podcasting, and I'm girl bossing. So I take that time to really hone in on my intention for the day, listen to some good aha moments, and I took a really good thing away from Jess the other day is when you have that aha moment, or you listen to something that's really good that speaks to you in a certain way, record it on your phone. If you're sitting in bumper to bumper traffic like me and you need to write it down, you know, by God, don't get in a car accident. But, you know, really take note of those things, because later on, even if it's your afternoon lunch break, you can take that little nugget of information and apply it to your lunch, or apply it to whatever pops up throughout the day, so that your Facebook wall is inspirational, and it's not you with a thing of Shakeology like, I drink this because it has superfoods. Like, it's so much more than that. You want to be an inspiring person, or at least that's the path that I've gone down, or tried to. And then in the evenings, I will again listen to podcasts to try to, you know, get more good nuggets that I can apply to my life. And honestly, it really is life-changing. I know everyone says this and they'll jump up on a pedestal and say personal development every day, but if you guys do it and you start applying it to your life, it really is life-changing. It fills your batteries, it makes you a more confident individual, and it breaks down this awkwardness of social media where, like, for me, I'm super open, right? Like, I post about weird stuff and like yoga stuff, meditation stuff, and I would have never done that if it wasn't for the constant personal development. So if you're in this rut of posting the Shakeology photos, the pretend this is a DVD, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in that rut and it's constantly showing the Beachbody stuff, dial it back into yourself and start talking about your aha moments and how you're applying them to your life. I can't stress that enough. For me, I constantly ask my question, would Coach Shauna do this? I know that might sound kind of weird, but you can go through the Starbucks drive-through and order the mocha chocolate latte and literally be 500 calories set back for the day. But if you ask yourself, you guys made this decision to be a coach. If you ask yourself, hey, would Coach Dawn or Chelsea or Ashley or Michelle do this? And if the answer is no, then don't do it. Make the better decision. Get the iced coffee, put your own almond milk in it, put your stevia in it or whatever. So that's been another thing too, are those coaching thoughts and that go through my head as well. And then it's great to post about them too, because people are like, well, why are you making these good decisions? Well, because I'm a coach, kind of thing. I work out 30 minutes a day. I try to get it in. If it's, going to be a hectic day, I get it done in the morning. And again, that's more, I think it just makes your body alive and your mind alive and that sort of thing. Okay, so enough about me. I didn't really want to go off on too many tangents on that, but what I want to talk more so is about you guys. The training that I did last week for my team, I had them do some homework for me. So if you guys remember being on that was awesome. And you guys gave me your top 5. And what I told my team was that number 1 has to be reserved for health and wellness. It has to be. You made a decision to be a coach, and that's who we are, right? We are helping people in their health and wellness journey. So if that doesn't speak to you, then, this isn't your gig. But one of your top 5 has to be health and wellness. The other 4 are totally up to you. And what I found with my group of coaches is that so many people were in this, like, they love the DIY thing. They love the travel, dates with either friends or hubbies, fur babies, that sort of thing. And that's so much to talk about. That's so much of who you are and what you love doing. We have a couple people on our team that are getting ready for weddings. And this is a huge, just being there, right? Like, I totally get it. You want to get in the best shape because you're in front of hundreds of your closest friends and family. And to talk about that every day, you're letting people in your life, your social media people that are watching you, you're letting them in your life and you're helping people. And it's seriously, it's so amazing. I look at Chelsea and the other night, just rocking the posts and letting people in and seeing, like, she gets done with this like super sweaty workout and she's like, hell yeah, doing it for the dress, And so letting people in that way and providing value and saying, hey, I'm going to do this with you every night. Like, I committed to being a coach. I'm going to show up and do my workouts with you and we're going to kick ass. Sorry, I swear, but we're going to kick ass. We're going to do this. And I'm here with you every step of the way. So remembering that you're a coach, right? Like, remembering that you're here to provide the health and wellness aspect. And then let's go back to the other 4 things. So if you guys follow me on Facebook, I talk a lot about yoga, meditation, that sort of stuff. And so I like to talk about those things more because I get to the people that I want to talk to, right? So I get to those people that are the big dreamers. You know, and I talk about one day I want to jump in my Jeep and I want to drive all the way to the West Coast with my husband and we're going to live there. Like when I talk about that type of stuff, I get those type of people that come back and say, holy crap, like I dream about this stuff all the time too, you know? So those are the kind of connections that when I'm talking about the big, hairy, scary stuff and the like running through a tunnel today on a bridge and trying to talk about connecting life and big obstacles and all this, those are the people that I'm going for, the big dreamers. And you know what happens, you guys, when you go after the big dreamers and they start coaching, you get to your dream that much faster. Like I would have never done this if it wasn't for Jessica. Jess is a big dreamer. She's a big goal setter. And literally, so your like attracts your like. What you send out comes back. Okay, rant done. So get good with your 5 and talk about them and talk about them in a way that inspires other people. And if you need help, always, you know, you can always reach out. I put down here, just be you and get out of your own way. So I want to have a very like truthful moment with you guys. Up until about like 3 months or so ago, I kept posts on my page hidden from Drew's family because I was so freaking psyched out about what they would think of me. And I literally was, I told Drew one night, I said, I hide like all my posts from your family. And he's like, what? He's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, he's the baby of the family. I thought I was going to be totally judged, right? So if you guys are doing this, know that you're setting yourself back crazy, because once I became public and I started reaching out to my cold market people, 99% of my conversations now are with people that I've never met that will just out of the blue message me and say, hey, that post on your vegan stuff, it's totally inspired me. I want to talk to you about going vegan, that kind of thing. And I would have never met this person if I would have been blocking 4 people, literally 4, from my Facebook. And that's it. So I had to get over that hurdle. If you're in that hurdle and you guys need to jump over it, just jump over the damn hurdle and start opening up, because it's so worth it. If you take this seriously, other people will too. And this last weekend I was at Drew's sister's house and we were having this conversation. She's like, oh, you're so into this hoopla lifestyle and it's just so interesting. And you know, she didn't give a shit, but she just thinks I'm weird, right? But I don't care. This is who I am. Take it or leave it, you know? So don't care. And literally get out of your own head and get out of your own fuss with it, right? Okay. This is a big one. I mentioned it with my team the other night too, is that I used to, when I first started, Jess introduced me to Amy Silverman. I'm sure you guys all follow her, right? She's super good. But I followed her like to a T and was like, oh, I want to emulate her. I want to be her. That's where I'm going, kind of thing. And I had to turn her off. Like I had to take her off of the see first option, and because I started to sound too much like her and become too much Amy Silverman like. And for a while she was very inspiring to me, but I had to let her go. But now with the see first options, I will go in and remember how I talked about really loving on the meditation side, the vegan thing, the girl bossing. So now I follow people like Gabrielle Bernstein, Chris Carr, Marie Forleo. If you guys don't follow Marie Forleo, fill your tank with that girl. She's so good. And, oh, sorry, Leah's asked me. Leah, I will answer your questions towards the end here, okay? So literally follow people that inspire you that are non-Beachbody. And why do I say this? Because if you become a Beachbody walking billboard, who is inspired by that, you guys? Because we look at It Works people, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but we look at the It Works people and we're like, ugh, no thank you, you're spamming me. And if our photos are constantly like 22 fit, 20 or the 22 day fix, and we're doing the Shakeology crap and not making it about a journey with you or something that you bring value to them, they're just going to keep scrolling. They're going to go right on by, and they aren't even going to look at it. So get inspired by people that inspire you. And if you don't know where to start, go back to your top 5 and literally start finding top bloggers, top whoever, and start following them. I mean, even if it's a little local blogger, that sort of thing. If you're inspired by them, follow the heck out of it.
Shauna, can I interrupt you for just a second?
Yeah.
You guys, if you didn't catch everything she just said, I want you to stop when this call is done and rewatch that minute, because that is one of the most important things, because it works, like she said, spams everything. You know, they want their coaches to put it work stamps on every post. But the people you follow before you did Beachbody, if you followed people or you were active on social media, you've probably realized maybe they're part of an MLM, but they weren't the ones who put it in your face all the time. They did what Jessica Butler does, and they do what Shauna does, and what their teams are doing is they talk about the community and the lifestyle and the benefits they're getting from it, but talking about it in subtle ways that aren't, if you aren't familiar with Beachbody or what part of the MLM they're coaching from, you won't pick up on that, but you'll start being hooked into their posts and into who they are and wanting to join their teams. So by branding yourselves and really following what Shauna does, and especially that little tidbit she shared right there, is huge, 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 huge. Because whether you're a new coach or whether you're a seasoned coach, finding your brand and finding those, you know, top 5 things that are important to you without putting the Beachbody logo or your team logo on everything is going to be the way to attract people. So I just wanted to reiterate that, because I think that was like one of the key things that everybody can always learn from and go back to, even if you've been told it before.
Mm-hmm.
You're great.
And I totally did that in the beginning, because I was like, how do I talk about this? Like, I'm on this new journey and I'm loving my Shakeology and I'm loving my 21-day fix, but how do I talk about it? Mm-hmm. And there's so many ways to talk about your personal journey with it. You know, I mean, I could have never had a picture of the 21-day containers. Well, let me put it this way. I showcased my dress and like fitting in my dress and how excited I was to fit in my wedding dress versus showing the containers. I hope that makes sense. So anyways, okay, so I put on here, work on you every day, sort of what I mentioned before. Set non-negotiables for yourself, things that are, you know, making sure you get the 30 minutes in, drinking your Shakeology, being a product of the product, all those things that we talk about. And then, you know, trying to reach out into the markets that you have the most connection with. So I'm going to share what is like my gold that I hope you guys take away from this and you start doing. So for instance, yoga, right? Yoga is my thing. I follow Yoga Girl. Yoga Girl has like 2 million Instagram followers, and she's just getting traction on Facebook. She adds like thousands of people every single day. I go through Yoga Girl's page for anyone that has commented on a post. If it's like some of her recent posts of yoga poses and stuff like that, I'll go through, and the people that have liked that photo, I'll go through, and if I find someone, usually a female between 25 and 35, if they've got like a funky boho thing about them, I'm like, oh, I want her, you know, because that's my people, right? And I go through and I will friend those people, and I average about 10 a day. And those are my cold market. Now, I say this with caution because Facebook can kind of crack down on you if people start alerting them or whatever. But unfortunately, I haven't had that yet. I've had 2 people reach out in the past month of doing this and say, hey, have we met? And it's like, oh, I love Yoga Girl, and I saw that you did too, and I wanted to friend you because I loved your bohemian vibe. And usually there's no problem. We become friends. I talked to some girl in Europe just recently. But that's gold, you guys. So how to use this within your top 5? If you're a big DIYer, go on to some top DIY blogs and look at the people that are commenting on the photos. And if you can, friend request them or message them. Or I know this is a little bit different way of doing things, but this is what has worked for me. Another example of, which was just absolutely mind-blowing, on our call this last week, I posted a picture with me with the Property Brothers. So again, my full-time job. I took a picture with them and I posted in the group and said, some Tuesday eye candy for you guys. Enjoy this. You guys, I looked at it today. There's like 600 likes on that photo in the Tone It Up community. That's mind-blowing. I mean, that could set you could, okay, so I started messaging these people, right? My inbox is still flooded with messages. So don't set yourself back. Like from the call last night, I know that we have this mindset that this month is going to be tough and that this is going to be hard. And statistically, this is a hard month to get through. And we see a lull here, and in the summer is hard too. And don't listen to it. Don't listen to any of that stuff. Just come through with guns blazing and continue doing what you're doing and continue growing and fight the good fight. Like, you're not like everyone else, okay? You know, when it's like we've seen a slowdown typically, oh, let that shit go. Don't listen to that. You don't need it. It's not your time to let stuff slow down. So it doesn't matter what month it is. Okay, rant done with that too. Post. I can't say this enough, and I do struggle with this one. I always feel like I'm spamming people. How many of you guys, when you're like doing your third or fourth post a day, you're like, ick? Yeah? Anybody? Just me? No? I mean, really, it feels weird. But it's like, what, 7 or 10% of your audience is even seeing it? So when you think about it like that, like, you think of your best friend not seeing your post and you want your best friend to see it. Or really by, you know, the people that you want to resonate with, if you aren't posting frequently during the day, you're getting lost in the shuffle, you know? The It Works girl posted 10 times on top of you, all of her hashtags and little stuff, okay? So just get comfortable with being uncomfortable with posting. And that's a message to myself too. I need to get better at it. I need to keep doing more. So, okay, what else? Okay. Be around people that inspire you. And I'm going to make this one really quick because this is sort of a, I get it. Yes, I know. If your husband doesn't understand what you're doing in Beachbody, don't talk to him about it. I mean, really. And I'm telling you the straight up truth. Talk to your friends. If your coworkers blow billy goats, then they're not on board with what you're doing. Talk to your grandma. Talk to your coach. Like, be around people that get it. Be around everyone that's in this call and be around them more and feed off the energy and become the best version of yourself, because that's what you're in the business of doing right now. You know, you're a health and wellness coach, one, but you're a self-discovery person as well. Through all this personal development, it is like the ding, ding, ding of the aha moments. That is gold. You don't get that in 9 to 5, or at least I don't. I never get that in 9 to 5. And above all, talk to yourself. You're talking to other people and you're having your feel goods, but bring it home at the end of the night. And this is why meditation has been a big part of my life, is just to silence everything and get good with where I'm at right now. And you all can do that, whether you believe in meditation or not, if it's your prayer, if it's just 5 minutes in the car before you walk into a crazy household and just say, I'm thankful for where I am. I'm thankful for what I'm doing. And I'm thankful for the messages and aha moments that I've been given throughout the day. But do not at any time give up on yourself. I see certain points where people start kind of throwing in the towel, and I just want to throw it right back at your face and say, no, you're not done yet. You're not done yet. You're so close, right? And you're going to miss it if you throw it in now, because you're so close to getting the next aha moment. And then I'm going to cap it off with one last thing, and I'm going to open it up for questions. Jess today posted in the group this amazing quote that I just want to throw it up in the air and just all of you have it. How many success stories do you need to hear before you make your own? If you're working in a job where you're paying someone else, I'm going to be real frank with you guys. I brought in over $1 million to my company this last year, and I saw a very small percentage of that in my full-time job. my boss, who refers to himself as the Three Stooges, is literally living the high life, okay? And the opportunity that this business has is to be your own boss. Live your life by design. And you have to believe it. You have to literally show up every day, make conscious decisions, do your personal development, be a product of the product, do everything that puts you on the path to get where you want to go. And you will make it your own. Okay. And you won't be sitting here because I'm going, you guys, like I'm going, you're all going to watch the journey, but I want you to come with, I want you to be with it. And, you also have to be on your own journey though, too. So I don't want you to look back a year from now and say, I threw in the towel and, things are happening within this team and we're getting all these accolades and people are, working from home and going places they want to go and travel and DIY the shit out of their house, like whatever it is that makes you happy, don't throw in the towel, don't give up. Okay. So yeah, that's my rant. I hope somebody got something from it. But yeah, so I'm going to open it up. If you guys have questions for me, let me know. Is there like a chat going that I should open this up, Laura?
Nope, you're good so far.
Okay.
I think the only one that was from Leah was just saying something about Bohemian was you to a T or something like that. But do any of you guys have questions about anything Shauna said? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but you probably saw me the whole time going like, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. And then I'm drinking my wine, so then I have wine head bobbling. But you guys, seriously, if she doesn't pump you up, pump yourselves up, because I don't know half of you guys. I know your names, and I know you're on our team, but I'm going to look at all of your Facebooks tonight, and damn be that if I don't, and message you, because I want to make sure everybody in our team gets that being a coach starts with you and who you are and making yourself the best version of you. And then from there, that's when you go and spread who you are to everybody else. And that's when you get the return of people coming to you and people wanting to join your team and join the mission you're committed to. And that's everything Shauna's doing. That's everything Jess Butler's doing. I'm seeing Leah, my own coach, do it. I'm watching Jamie do it. Chelsea, Don, Tiffany, Ashley, Michelle, the other two who I don't remember who you guys are. One of you didn't say anything. I want all of you guys to take this call and just run with it and use it as fuel to really take this opportunity and do with it what you want to do with it, because Shauna's doing just that. And I'm freaking pumped up from that call. And I've never even met her in person. So,
Summit, baby.
Well, I haven't. She's pretty great.
Oh, yay, Leah.
So we have 3.5 minutes. I'm known to letting these calls cut out on everybody because I am not good with the time. So if anybody has any pressing questions, ask away. Ask Shauna, ask Jess, ask anybody. Otherwise, we can.
I just wanted to share something that Shauna shared with me about. We kind of shared with you, Shauna, about the 5. What are our big things in our life? And you know how much I love my dog. And I know that you're a little fur mama to your kitty too. But Shauna brought up a great idea for a free group. I know we do clean eating and clean house and that sort of thing, but to do one to tailor to like other dog or cat moms. And I was kind of feeling like, I don't know what to do next. I don't know how to build my group up. And now that you suggested that, like, I'm just like on Pinterest, like searching like homemade dog treats, healthy dogs, this and that. And the other coach that I'm trying to recruit, she has a cat, and I'm thinking this would be perfect for her and I to do together. Yeah. Is, she's got the cat aspect, I've got the dog aspect of it, and kind of getting out of the traditional box, so to speak, to speak to more people. I thought was really, really cool. So
yeah. And incorporating like you talked about doing like the dog walking and like your check-ins where you got like Polly on the leash in front of you and being like, just having like a fun free group of like dog walkers, ladies. I don't know. We can come with a cuter name than that, but and
But exercising the dogs, you know, as well as yourself, and like I never even thought about that. But you know, it's cool to get to think differently about stuff like that.
Can I jump in as Shauna's upline, immediate upline? So Shauna literally took the bull by the horns. I did not tell her to do anything 6 months ago when she really jumped into coaching. I did not say, these are your things and go get them and be you. I mean, I gave her some tools, but they're the tools that everybody has available to themselves. Shauna just said, hey, I want to do this. And she started doing it. Same with Laura. Laura didn't hold my hand and guide me every single tiny little baby step of the way. She was there for the big questions. She said, look in the groups. She said, search on Google. She said, I'm here for you. But Shauna took her branding and said, what do I want out of this? And I learned from her that branding all the time. So in addition to all of those nuggets, because I will have notes later because I was wrestling a toddler and a newborn, I'll have to watch the recording again. But I wrote down notes because they apply to me too. Like sometimes we think, what's special about me? We all have something special about us. We all have 5 things. I'm not just a mom. I'm a certain kind of mom. Or like I'm a certain kind of stay-at-home mom because I'm a part-time worker too. But it's not just that. 20 seconds. Anyways, I love you, Shauna, and you're amazing. And you have built this on your own, and you are an incredible leader.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to hop everybody off before we get cut off because it's probably like seconds away. If you have any questions, post it in the group. Otherwise, Shauna, this call is recorded, and you can bet your ass I'm posting in Fit Forward tonight for everyone to watch.
No problem.
All right, if you guys have any questions, just post